What up, friends? Am I here? Can you see me? Can you all hear me? I have no idea. That's better. I can hear myself now. What's going on, everybody? It's your old pal SPJ here. It's SPJ Live once again, back here in the studio. Hope since we last saw each other that you guys have all been doing well. It's been an interesting time for me. We're going to be talking a lot about the things that have been going on tonight. Some of the thought processes I've had. Some of the fun things that will be coming up on the channel, but also some things that I've been thinking about related to the channel. One of those fun things is hidden by my beer can tonight. So let's get down to it, shall we? We're live. Ben Coombs is here. Yep, the calendar is here as well, Ben. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Matt Cisterna in the house. How you doing, Matty? Good to see you make it at the beginning. You've been usually only able to come in late. Glad you're here right at the beginning. Charlie S. is in the house. How you doing, Charlie? Great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining in. And oh boy, some shenanigans. Aaron Lee of Albus Band. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you guys here. If I vanish, they've arrived. Understandable. Such is the life. Such is the life of a father. Oh, man. Now Now, last time on the show, I alluded to a fun new thing that was going to be coming the very next day. And it arrived. And the fun thing is exactly what you're hearing right now. And funnily enough, Aaron, it's not a delay that you're hearing right now. Good boy, Aaron. You've got it right. And it sure is beautiful, isn't it? Before this beer gets warm, because who likes to drink warm beer, we'll probably clue you in as to the fun thing. Cheers, guys. Anybody paying attention to where the beer can was should be able to see it now. Yep, Aaron, you are right. After months of waiting my turn and being patient and everything, the CXM 1978 from Chase Bliss and Maris is here in the studio. You're going to be hearing some of it throughout the show tonight. And I got to tell you guys, I'm so excited about this. This is just next level stuff we're talking about here. This isn't some sort of, I don't even really know quite how to put it, but this just isn't this just isn't sort of like plug in and just like anticipate that you're gonna get it right away. This is a real get to know it kind of pedal. It's just dense, thick. There's things about it that, to set the tone of it, that I'm still not 100% like understanding of. but it's so much fun to explore, and it's been hard to get time to experiment with it and like actual quality time, but it's really like you plug in and it's just gonna be like, whoa. That was my first reaction, and I was just rifling through. This is just a preset. Now that's cool. Long. See this one. It's fun to just mess around with this, but man, like there's reverb in this, but then there's not reverb in this, you know? It really is like, I've heard people say stuff about reverb and delay pedals lately, that they're basically just glorified rack effects in a pedal. And I've understood that sentiment because, you know, digital technology has, at this point, it's caught up to where the same kind of fidelity that you were getting back in the 70s and the 80s, even into the early parts of the 90s, that fidelity with its slight imperfections can easily be put into a pedal that's very small, but you can also put a very comprehensive, much more amped up version of it in the same pedal as well. You know, CXM pedal, the automaton pedals is really what I'm saying. It's pretty much a huge pedal. You know, they're not gonna decrease in size. I don't see Chase Bliss doing a mini automaton because then it might as well just go in their normal platform to begin with. But with this reverb in particular, you can use it with your quarter-inch instruments like your guitars, your basses. You can put it on your pedal board. But you can also use it to accept line level signals, so then you can use it as an outboard reverb processor. And it's very similar in user interface to, say, like a Lexicon reverb. And I'm pretty sure that's even the earliest lexicons are what the CXM is seeking to sort of recreate the experience of. I'd have to confirm that with Chase Bliss and Maris if that is the case. I'm sure, you know, they would be willing to share that information. But Nothing sounds like that. Nothing. So we're going to have some fun with that. It's going to take probably a few weeks for me to get a handle on everything and be able to adequately explain things and figure out the different contexts that I'll want to highlight in the video. But know that that's coming and it's exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. I believe I showed you guys the Friedman small box last week, which is very fun. Still kind of messing around with that, but that's a great little, amp and a box pedal. There's one other thing that I could show you guys, but I've been asked by the company to not say anything until May 18th. So, sorry, can't do that. But trust me when I say that even when you start seeing this pedal on the day of its release, mine is still gonna blow it away. Like, this company did something really special for me, and I'm pretty stoked on it. And I can't wait to show you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But I have been kind of like thinking in terms of like how I'm gonna move things forward. And one of the things that I am going to do is that when I am able to, and I'm not under sort of like a content embargo, all patrons are going to get first dibs on seeing what's coming up next on the channel. So if you guys had been on Patreon, I shared a photo of the CXM the day that I got it. So you would have known before tonight what that was going to be, in addition to some of the other things as well. But I'm just hoping that I can get some shoot time in sooner rather than later. As I told you guys last week, it's been a little difficult with the fact that Cinda injured her wrist about a month ago, and so I've been having to be house husband. So it's been very hard for me to fit in video shoots during all of this. I've been having to take care of a lot more stuff around the house, having to help her out. So I'm picking up a lot of slack in addition to just doing other work that needs to be done. There's a lot of changes and a lot of new things coming up in our life, so we need to be as prepared as possible. And I need her to get healed up. Hey, Bent Thomas here. How you doing, buddy? It looks like you were sick recently. I hope you're doing better, man. Please let us know that you are. Let's see. Matt is saying the reverb reminds me of the Strymon Timeline mode Ice. I have never played a Strymon Timeline. Whether you can believe that or not, I've never played one, so I can't say for certain how similar or dissimilar it is. But I would be willing to check that out. And how do you do that kind of chord? Please clarify what kind of chord you are asking about, as I play a lot of chords. Aaron saying, I'm imagining a world where they team up with Strymon or Source Audio for the delay version of Automaton. That could be interesting, given that we have tonal recall, we have Thermae, and then there's a delay on mood, but it's a very different kind of delay. And that's something that Old Blood Noise Endeavor did. I don't know if I actually showed you guys this yet, but I have mood on my board right now. And I lapsed it into something that can get me like a pretty good slapback delay. I think it's pretty cool. I'm still finding like reasons where I would use that, but I finally have on Mood 3 different sounds that I can get out of it that I like a lot. So it's on the board for that reason. Let's see. Janice has joined in. How you doing, Janice? Good to see you. Let me see. What's this? Ah, yes. And they've heard my main concern for the product, the spills, coming out with that clear lid. Yes. They were working on that a while ago. It wasn't too long after Automaton came out that they were exploring ideas of like a shield for the faders. I haven't gotten one yet, and if I want to put these on a board, I should really get in on those covers. Fader shield, I believe, is what they're calling it. But as of right now, these are both the preamp and the CXM are studio tools right now. They're not going on any pedal board, and they're not getting used live for the time being. But I could certainly see in the future utilizing them for that. Excuse me. For live context and live playing. So there's that. And I have to say, Aaron, your guess, it's not Keeley, it's not Walrus, and it's not Old Blood. It's none of those. 3 strikes, you're out, buddy. 3 strikes and you're out. It is neither of those companies. It is none of those companies. Let's get back to this. That sounds pretty good. Let's tap that coil. Thought a 7-string could twang, you know? I did see the new GFI drops today, so that's pretty cool. I've gotten to play one GFI pedal. I tried reaching out to them a couple years ago, never heard back, so, oh well, what are you gonna do? I'm not losing sleep over it. So, yeah, that's the case. Let's see. Let's come up with something fun with the CXM. Let's start with the faders all the way down, and we're just gonna let it flow, you know. How about some delay from the Mako? Yeah, let's keep that going. Let's see. Room, plate, or hall? What do you guys want to hear? I kind of like the hall, personally. I'm going to go ahead and go with that. So let's go ahead and push the bass and mids sliders up a bit. More mids. And you are right, Aaron. More toys that you don't know about. You'll know soon enough. Don't worry. Let's add some treble to that. Gonna do medium diffusion. Add some modulation to that. High modulation. Let's go for the standard clocking. Let's make it really bright. What about some chorus? That's cool. That's going to be a fun one. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a few weeks before that one's ready. 'Cause there's a lot in this thing that we're going to need to unpack. All right. So we're like 30 minutes into this thing. It's a good halfway mark. And I titled this stream for a very specific reason. We might end up running a little short tonight. Because I just kind of want to get these things out there, and I'll just be upfront with you guys. So I called this thing Don't Call It a Reboot for a very specific reason. Over the course of the last few weeks, I've had to do a lot of done some major soul searching, as it were. And I've come to some conclusions and made some decisions about this channel and myself and what I do here in these videos. They don't necessarily go the same way that I've been doing things. Because if I'm being honest with you guys, which I think you deserve, especially those of you watching right now, because those of you watching right now pretty much watch these live streams every single week. You've come back year after year to watch videos, leave comments, and we've hung out, some of us, and you guys are probably amongst the most avid supporters of the channel. So you deserve honesty and you deserve to know what's going on. A couple months ago, I made the decision that I was going to revamp my Patreon. Kind of take stock of things, find out new ways to make it more appealing, not only to those who have already invested in the Patreon, but those of you that haven't already. So I've spent the better part of the last couple months coming up with some new ideas, some new special things that those of you that are investing your hard-earned money are actually gonna feel like your dollars are worth it. And I'm getting pretty close to what I think is the formula of how I want things to go. The special perks and the access that you're going to get by becoming a patron. At the same time, the other thing that I've been considering has been basically the idea of what I'm doing here. After a little bit of an existential crisis one day, I decided on something. I decided two things, actually. The first thing I decided is that I absolutely detest the title of influencer. I hate it. I'm just going to say it. I hate being an influencer. 100%. And the reason that I hate being an influencer is because I never set out to influence anybody when I started this channel, when I started making videos. This wasn't about convincing people to spend money with someone. This wasn't about telling you how you should go about spending your money. Instead, what I wanted to do when I started this channel was to provide a resource for guitar players like myself who were as curious about stomp boxes, pedals, amplifiers, guitars, pedal boards, music, anything related to guitar. I was going for that. I wanted to be a resource. And in many ways, as an influencer, I am still that resource. But at the end of the day, the thing that drove me nuts was, now you'll obviously take a look at troll comments and you'll take them all with several large pinches of salt. But there was a trend over the course of a couple months where it seemed like all the comments were related to how much money something was, and how one of the recent comments I got on one of the last Walrus pedals was like, you know, this pedal is way too expensive and doesn't do enough. You know, you can spend X amount of dollars on a Moore multi-effect and that's way more versatile. The thing is, I never bring up price and I never bring up money because honestly, it doesn't matter. A Klon could actually sound like God crapped gold, but nobody in their right mind is gonna think that, like, yeah, I'm totally gonna spend $2,500 on a pedal that sounds like God crapped gold, because I don't have $2,500 to spend. And even if you trusted me to tell you to spend that much money, if you didn't have that money to spend, you still weren't gonna think that it was as good as I thought it was. I'm in a unique position where companies tend to send me stuff in exchange for making a video for them. Does that necessarily influence how I feel about something? In a way, it does, because it forms a friendship. Much like with the CXM, I didn't spend a dime on it. Joel and I have fostered a friendship and a relationship over the last 5 years that he trusts what I do, shows off his product in a way that he's not going to be embarrassed by. And that if someone watches my video related to one of his products and they decide to spend their money, they're going to spend their money confidently. And so I don't bring up prices because, quite frankly, a price is a wholly subjective thing in determining whether a piece of equipment is good or not. But the recent rash of comments that I had gotten related to the prices of things, country of origin, where a product is being built, and how I should always mention these things. I hate being an influencer. I hate it. Just plain and simple. I'm not trying to influence anybody to buy something. The only thing that I'm trying to influence is that you watching this video, and the few of you watching right now, I've noticed that the number has gone down since I've gone on this rant, so be it. I'm trying to influence you to trust me. And the only way that I can get you to trust me is by showing you how to use these things and showing you different sounds with different guitars and in different situations, so that if you decide that you want to spend $900 on a reverb pedal, because that's pretty close to what the price of the CXM is, you feel like when you spend that $900, as soon as you get it, you are going to know exactly what you need to do in order to get a sound. I'm not trying to influence you to buy anything. Whatever the hell you want to buy, you go buy. I don't care. If you want to buy a CXM and it's the greatest freaking reverb pedal that you've ever played, God bless you, and I agree with you. But if you don't, and you want to go buy something else, you want something with some more options, say the Walrus R1, that since it just came out as well, you want to spend like $400 on a reverb pedal that's in stereo, has MIDI as well, and has more sounds to it than the CXM, and is smaller, more pedal board friendly. All the reasons that I see in the comments of people complaining about everything, you can go and do it. And you know what? I'm not going to lose sleep. I'm not going to. Your guitar tone is your guitar tone. And all I'm doing is showing you exactly how to use these things in different contexts so that when you get yours, should you decide to, you're not going to be lost and you're going to get more out of it than if you flew blind into it. So I hate being an influencer. The second thing I decided was that I detest with a passion the idea of calling videos content. Videos, photos, audio recordings, content. Entertainment as a whole does that right now. Movies are just content. Zack Snyder's Justice League, a 4-hour director's cut opus, which I loved, by the way, is content. It's not a film. It's not a movie. It's content for HBO Max. That's what it is. But in terms of what it really is, it's a piece of cinema. Now, I'm not saying that my demos of pedals, guitars, and amplifiers are anywhere close to that. They can't touch Lynch. They can't touch Eraserhead. They can't touch Twin Peaks. They can't touch George Lucas's Star Wars movies. The original trilogy, let's face it. They can't touch even the classic Disney animated movies. They're not that. But the same amount of effort, preparation, and time, and care goes into every video that I make so that it looks cool, it looks good, and so that when you watch it, either on your computer, your phone, or even your TV screen, try that one time. Watching YouTube on your HD TV is pretty freaking cool. The experience is enjoyable. The audio sounds good. The video looks good. Put it all together with a little bit of entertainment, and hopefully, by the end of watching that video, 10 to 20 minutes thereabout, you've had yourself a good time for that amount of time. That takes a lot of effort. And a lot more effort than to just be designated as content. A whole hell of a lot more. And so I've decided I hate content. I hate the idea and the word content because when you think about content, what does it really even mean? It really doesn't mean that much. It's just stuff to fill a spot. It fills a spot in a hard drive. It fills a spot on a server. A spot on your feed. That's it. It's filler. You filling your feed with content. So I hate being an influencer, and I hate the idea of my work being considered content. And so what does that mean for this? It doesn't mean I'm quitting by any stretch of the imagination. I'm far too deep into this stuff to consider quitting. No, that's not what's going to be happening, friends. I will still be here doing exactly what I've done yesterday, the day before, last month, last year, 5 years ago. As long as people are watching this and it provides something to them, I will keep doing this. As long as you keep coming back for these live streams, I will keep doing these live streams and I will answer your questions and I will guide you in the best possible way to whatever destination you're looking to go to. Now, I don't know everything. I'm not some all-seeing, all-knowing person. At that point, I'm pretty sure you'd be God, and I'm not that. So don't look to me like that. But I will help you in any way that I can, and I will keep doing this. I'll also keep doing it because I've built friendships and relationships that I wouldn't trade for the world. Especially when it comes to the fact that these people provide tools for me to actually do the thing that I love most to do. Play guitar, write songs, and make music. So, how does that relate? If I hate these things, if I hate content, the idea of my work being considered as such, if I hate being an influencer, how do we move forward? And what's going to happen? What you're going to be noticing, I've decided, over the course of the next few months is an evolution, as it were. Don't call it a reboot, because it ain't a hard reboot. Things are going to change a little bit. Presentations of certain videos might be different from what they were the week prior. A certain emphasis might be placed on certain aspects of a piece of equipment over others. Perhaps videos will get shorter. Perhaps videos will get longer. Perhaps in some videos I might not talk. Maybe I'll talk too much. I've never not been accused of talking too much, like I'm doing right now. But the point is, I'm still trying to figure out what that means. And you're going to be watching that evolution. You're going to be seeing these changes as they happen. I'm not going to be talking about prices. I'm not even going to tell you that you should go out and buy one. I never have, and I never will. If it's such a big deal to know where I got something from, how I got it, if you don't see that little paid promotion thing at the bottom left of your screen right as the video starts, then I didn't get paid anything for it. No money exchanged hands. So, things are going to change. If you'd really like to know how that's going to go, and you want a better insight into it, some of you and I talk on a regular basis, and you'll probably hear it before anybody sees it. My patrons, they'll know more about it before everybody else does. So that's something to think about. We will still be here. We will still be making videos. I will still be doing my best to showcase pedals, amps, effects, and talk about things related to being a guitarist, making music. I'll still be doing that all. But I am not going to tell you how to spend your money. I am not going to pander to you. I am not going to do anything more to earn your trust than what I already do. Be honest, play to the best of my ability, and try to have a little bit of fun. I kind of feel like some of the stuff that I've seen lately has just been whatever. I actually couldn't even tell you the last time I watched a guitar-related video on YouTube. I don't remember when that was. So as far as this channel goes, I ask that you stay tuned. I ask that you be patient. But I also ask that you continue to support in any way that you can. I ask that you invite friends back to the live stream when they happen. And hopefully, things are going to be a lot more fun than they are right now. Because at the end of the day, this thing is cool as hell. This thing is a lot of fun. All this stuff on the floor in front of me. Come on. It doesn't get much better than that. Well, it does. But honestly, and truthfully, What's more fun than riffing? Speaking of something fun I discovered. I can drop the B down to D, or the B down to E. I thought that was fun. It's that kind of crap that should be driving you. Fun, explore, have a good time, and all that good stuff. I hope I did not bore you with my rant. But if there's anything I know about those of you that watch this stream every single time that it happens, you guys usually watch everything. And so you deserve to know straight from the horse's mouth what exactly is going on. So, hey Sassy Cat, how you doing, buddy? Sorry I didn't acknowledge you earlier. With that said, if you missed the rant, please go watch it again so that you understand where I'm coming from. If you want to see more before anybody else, please do check out the Patreon, because there's going to be a lot more secret stuff coming out as this evolution happens, giving you an idea of the things that I'm thinking about and all the other fun little things that I want to get up to. I hate my work being called content, and I hate being an influencer. I love being a guitar player. I love being a musician. So hopefully, over the course of the next few months, you will see some evolution in these videos that reflects that. I thank you all for joining in. I thank you all for listening to me rant. I thank you all for listening to my very subpar playing lately. And I just thank you. I wouldn't do it if you guys weren't watching. But then again, I probably would. But I thank you all for joining in tonight. I'm kind of tired right now, so we're going to cut things off a little early. Please do come back the next time I see you. I honestly can't tell you when a new video is going to come out. I know for the last couple times I've been saying I'm working on some new stuff. But I did finally get all the footage shot for the Ormsby demo, as well as the Fender Mustang Micro video. All that video footage is shot, all the audio is recorded. So all I need to do now is I actually need to edit a video. I will be playing at church again this Sunday, so please, if you feel like joining in, whether that's, on Facebook or YouTube, check out Ocean's Church at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You'll see me playing on the praise and worship team. Would love to have you enjoy the set and stay for whatever the word is at the service. I think we've been on fire recently. It's been a really good group. I'm enjoying my time being there. It's honestly one of the better things. It's some of the most looked forward to time that I get right now with friends, and so I'm very grateful and very thankful for that. So please come back next time for SPJ Live. Same bat time, same bat channel. You know what to do. Click the subscribe button, join the Patreon, ring the notification bell. News for the Patreon will be coming sooner than you think. I'll see you all next time. Take care, everybody. God bless. I'm out.